All right, welcome back to Redhawks Report, and it's been a while. I guess I just had a little bit of fatigue from last year, um, especially late on. It felt like we pressured Brynäs. We might have been able to um, do more, but we just couldn't. Um, there were certain things that just didn't work out. But as you can see here, you have in front of you here is the transfer is out, the transfer is in, and my projected lineup. Um, Today was announced, well, yesterday when this is published. So yesterday it was announced that Janne Kuokkanen is back. He is signed for 4 years with Malmö Redhawks. So we will have him from the age of 27 to 31. So basically, his whole prime will be with us. And this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking put him with Juna Ikonen and Lauri Pajuniemi. I know. People will say, "Oh, put Carl Palsson with them," and yeah, that might be possible too. But I just think pairs, right? Nikola Pasic and Hansel, Kokkanen and Pajuniemi, Hendemark and Sundberg, right? These pairs they work well together. We know that, and then Ikonen. I think Ikonen could play down here and Kalpasan could play up here, but it would be very cool with a first five, like a top line of just Finnish players would be very cool. So you would have Ikonen, you would have Kokkanen and Pajuniemi with Salo and Thompson. Um, the way I've thought about this as well is at the end of last season, these lines worked well together, and this is why I put them together, right? These guys are new, or well, he is not new, but he has been loaned out, so he's new to like this setup, right? He's probably going to Freddie is going to be playing a lot more. Maximilian Eisenmenger will be interesting to watch. Vesterheim will have a place on 12 forwards, I think. You could swap these guys if you want a little bit more offense. And I don't know if this guy's offensively or defensively minded as well. But basically, this setup, especially the center line, is very encouraging because all of a sudden, Fredrik Hennemark is not the first line center. He's not the second line center. He's the third line center, right? So you take that pressure off of him, and he just focuses on leading a line of hardworking, forechecking guys. They go out there, they give their all, but the skill and the beautiful plays and the goal scoring will most likely be on the top two lines. Um, Pasic, Hansel, and Öberg had some great chemistry, so that's where I got that from. Thomas Paulsen, in my opinion, should be playing higher, but I don't know who to put down, honestly. And Petr Vesterheim is actually a center playing out of position here, so it will be interesting how it will be interesting to see how the coaching staff will form the team when we get there in August. But this is what I would suggest. This is what I would do if I was the coach. This is what I would start with, and then you'd have to rotate people in and out of the lineup. And as of today's date, which is well, when this is posted is 29th. So as of today's date, Robin Salo and Lasse Thompson are still with Malmö, but they might disappear. They have up until 15th of June, I believe, to sign a contract in North America. If they don't, if that date is passed and they don't sign there, then they're our player. So assume with the current situation, I assume that they will stay. So then we have Robin Salo as lefty, Lasse Thompson as righty, Emil Viro, which is a new signing, and Seth Barton, which is also a new signing, as a second pair. And then Johan Ivarsson and Patrick Norén as a shutdown third pairing, which will be playing a lot of defensive minutes. And then you have Martin Schreiber and Josef Berger, who can be rotated in and out of the lineup at the various positions depending on injuries and whatnot. And last but not least, you have Marek Langham and Daniel Marmelind, the same two guys that played most of last season. But this time around, we have Oskar Blomgren loaned to Nybro Vikings, but we can get him back mid-season. Last year, we had to get Henrik Kivihaho in on a short-term deal to cover for injuries to Langhammer. And that was because we could not bring Oskar Blomgren back from Almtuna at all during the season, according to the contract. So this year, what will happen, instead of having to find a different goalie during the season, if we have an injury, we can just bring Blomgren back home for a game or two and then send him back. So that is perfect. And there is a connection as well. Nybro Vikings IF in Hockeyallsvenskan, their head coach is the son of the, what would you say, CEO, I guess you would call it, the CEO of Malmö Redhawks. His name is Hampus Sylvegård. So he's the middle brother of the Sylvegård brothers. So yeah, there is a connection there. It makes a whole lot of sense. The only thing I would have wished is that Oskar Blomgren got to a better team and to see what he can do with the better team in front of him. But he had very good numbers in Almtuna, and Almtuna was not very good. So that's a good sign. But yeah, this is what I think will be the lineup, or a starting lineup at least. Thank you so much for watching, and click like, subscribe for more of these kinds of videos, and I'll make sure to put out some more content during the summer. I just needed a bit of a break, right? So keep an eye out for more content on the channel, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.